What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today's going to be a little off kilter. We're not going to talk about trucks or Rams or anything like that. We're going to be talking about handguns, specifically SIG handguns. 365 XL versus the Macro. I know many of you who have trucks, Rams, whatever, do own guns, so I think this is a good spot, a good platform to share this video with you. And I know a lot of you, and I was for a while, contemplating on going to the Macro, and I'm sure glad I did. And after watching this, you might want to as well. In order to stay within YouTube community guidelines, I'm not going to take the guns apart. I'm just going to show you a visual all the way around, the differences between the two. And I did go to the range and I shot the 365 XL and the 365X Macro. I also swapped slides on both grip modules as well, just to show you guys the action of them. And I recently got the Macro, and the Macro is just an all-around better gun in my opinion. I got big hands. My ring size is a 14. I know a lot of you might have a 30, whatever, but anybody that's ring size 14 and up that do own an XL and think the grip module is just a little too high up in your palm, the Macro fills it perfectly. It's extremely comfortable. There is a back plate that I'll show you as well that you can replace small, medium, and large. Not too noticeable, but they're just big enough to ergonomically to make your hand feel more comfortable. And it stays small. You know, it's a 365 platform. It does hold 17 rounds. So let's get to it. All right, here we have the 365 XL. Right there, XL. The mags are empty. They're not loaded at all. Just so everyone knows. Safety first. Mags are empty. Nothing in the chambers. I cleared them 3 times. Everyone should do that as well. Clear the chamber 3 times. Make sure there's nothing in there. Lock it up. Check. All right. Safety first. The XMacro, 365 XMacro. And immediately you see a compensator up top. As you can see, I got big hands, so it fits perfectly, just about perfectly. It's very, very comfy. And my hands swallow up these guns, so when I'm at the range, all you see is the tip. But, and I'll hold this one up, the 365 XL, and it's, see the difference, up a little higher. So it puts more pressure in this area rather than having pressure all around. I'm feeling pressure at the beaver tail all the way down. Comfortable, ergonomically, very comfortable. And the 365 is, now a lot of you, I know, you get mag extenders, which helps tremendous as well. I didn't do that. I just waited for the Macro to come out. I actually went shooting at the SIG range up in Epping. My buddy of mine who works there, he's like, hey, try this. I was shooting my 320 in this. He comes over, he goes, hey, try this. So I grabbed it, and instantly I'm like, oh, gosh, dude, this thing is so comfortable. Just the grip module itself is comfortable. But there's other reasons why I love this as well. Let's hold them both together. So the iron sights are close to being the same. And the 365, they're a little bit taller. And these are both optic ready. I do not think they have the same footprint. I think they're different. And the barrel in the 365 is a Macro. It's a 3.1 inch. It is significantly shorter. And they made it shorter because they have a compensator on it. And I'll show you in the video at the range. It does show more flame when you're shooting. It compensates, so the kickback is not as harsh as it is on the 365 XL. Here's the left side. Let me put it down so we can get a better view. I mean, from this angle, the slide does look the same. The grip module, you can tell it's longer on this. It's a little flat, more flat in the bottom. It's almost like they just kind of pivoted the design of it to come down a little bit to make it flat on the Macro. And they both do have underlighting grooves for lights on the right side. XL macro. Now I'll show you the back plate. On the 365 XL, they don't have a back plate, removable back plate. On this, if you're aware of the 365s, there is, you know, the fire control units inside. You got to pull the pin to pop it out. They kind of use the same pin technology here. And they have a small, medium, large. Obviously I have the large on, but when you buy the pistol, it comes with a small and a medium. Like the small is a little thinner than the medium and the large. Not by much, maybe a 16th, maybe 3/32. It's not much, but it does help for ergonomics. The stippling on these is basically the same. Obviously this grip mod's a little bigger, so it's comes down further. Now here's a difference. It's going to be pretty big. The XL is thinner. It's a great conceal. It's a great conceal pistol. The macro's a little wider. The grip module is a little wider. Not by much though, just a little bit. I got the XL because I wanted something. My P320 kind of stuck out my shirt a little bit. I didn't like the way it bulged out, even with the in the waistband holster. This is highly concealable. When you have it in the waistband, IWB, you put it in there, you put your shirt over it, you can't see nothing. It's virtually impossible to see, which I loved about that. This is as well. I have a minimalist holster here. I just got to put spacers. It fits this 365 XL very well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put spacers in here. This came with spacers, so it fits that better. And I'll use this in the waistband holster. So if you have this XL, you know all about it. You know how it feels in your hand. These things do pack a punch too. You know, you go a high grain 9mm Luger and they pack a punch. Now the macro, bigger grip module, way more comfortable. Shooting it, the kickback is not so bad. I would honestly say, I would say at least 15% better as far as that kickback. So your accuracy is much better. Your target stays on point. It's more comfortable. It stays in your hand more. And if you're mag dumping, it's in your hands better. They do have aftermarket slides already. I like this slide. I'm probably going to keep this slide. And Icarus does make a grip module. I have one for my P320, a large grip module from Icarus, the Ace. They do make an Ace for this. Actually, this Friday, this Friday, Black Friday, they are having it back up for sale. It was out of stock. I'm kind of leaning towards an Icarus aluminum grip module because the heavier it is, the less recoil you get. Because my P320 shoots like a baby. That's my baby. I love my P320. I'm not sure yet though. I saw a picture of it on a forum. It does look sick. The beaver tail's nice and deep. I don't know yet. Still making up my mind. But the macro is, to me, it's a night and day difference as far as holding it and the ergonomics of it. And the 15%, in my opinion, kickback, the compensator really helps with that. Huge. So your accuracy is way better. I did take videos at the range. Let me show you that now. XL slide on the macro. Macro slide on XL grip module. I did put the slide off the macro onto the 365 and it shot better. And that percentage with the compensator, it made it a better gun to me. But again, my hands, this is just a small grip, so it wasn't as pleasant as this full setup. I took the slide off the XL, put it on the macro, and it hit harder. And if some people like that hit, they like the power of the bullet. Some people like the kickback. You know, some people go to the range to be impressed. It is impressive. This slide is still a great slide. This one's just smoother and It helps with accuracy. All right, guys, there's the differences between the 365 XL versus the 365 XMacro. In my personal opinion, honestly, I think the macro is 10 times better. That's my opinion. I know a lot of people are just gonna want the grip module itself and keep the XL slide to save money. Still a great gun, but that compensator really helps with kickback, recoil, and accuracy, big time. And I have to say this, safety first. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Till next time, peace. XL's up top. Back, top, bottom, macro, macro XL.